Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be talking about some of the skincare trends that are happening at the moment. So let's make a start. So let's start with the first one, which is prescription strength skincare delivered directly to your door. And this has become incredibly popular, especially, we've seen a real surge in prescription strength products being delivered. And that trend is not going to go away because they're able to deliver a much stronger strength than you could ever get from over-the-counter products. Now, of course, the one I use is Dermatica, and I have been a long-term user of Dermatica for years and years and years. And what is interesting to me about Dermatica and my experience with it is that this is a product that, as I mentioned, I've used for a very, very long time. And I started at the lowest strength, as most people will, because when you're using prescription strength products, this isn't a race to get to the strongest level you can possibly do. It's about slowly building up and working your way up there and achieving that without irritation, because prescription strength products can be irritating to the skin. Now, with me, I use Dermatica and I use the tretinoin, and this works incredibly well for me. And I use it for keeping my pores clear, keeping my skin clear, keeping it radiant, dealing with hyperpigmentation, and also, of course, it deals with lines and wrinkles, because this kind of product stimulates the skin, it stimulates collagen, it increases skin cell turnover, and it just communicates to the cells of your skin to act as if they were younger, which is why it is the gold standard treatment when it comes to anti-aging routines. Now, I've worked my way up from the lowest strength to a higher strength. I actually use 0.1% with 15% azelaic acid as well. And this gives a myriad of benefits, because you're not only getting the benefits from the actual retinoid itself, but then you've got the other benefits from things like azelaic acid. Now, Dermatica also do other standalone products. They do cleansers. They also do a 20% strength azelaic acid. And azelaic acid has the most wonderful benefits. If you have skin pigmentation, azelaic acid can help with that. Breakouts, it covers a very broad spectrum, and azelaic acid is very, very well tolerated. Now, for me, my prescription, I tend to use it obviously at night. Couple of pumps all over my face. If you're starting out, there's several ways to go about this very gently. You can apply a moisturizer first, then your prescription strength product, and then a moisturizer over it. Or you can apply the product neat. Make sure your skin is dry, very important. Wash your face and allow it to dry. Then apply your prescription strength product. Then put over it a moisturizer. See which way works best for you. Your goal here is to work through the stages as you go up in strength without any irritation. And it is absolutely possible to use a prescription strength product like Dermatica and have no side effects whatsoever. Believe me, you do not want side effects. They are not necessary to get results. Now, I think I'm a relatively good candidate for prescription strength products and what can be achieved. My skin looks healthy. It rests. I don't have any wrinkles. When I move and smile, there are wrinkles because skin moves. We want skin to move. We want skin to look normal and healthy. But it rests, they are completely gone. And I'm 44 years old. I use sunscreen, I use Dermatica, and I will continue to use it indefinitely because it is the strongest thing you can get. You cannot not get this kind of level of strength over the counter. It is not possible. And with prescription strength products delivered to your door, you get them every single month before you've run out, and you just slowly work your way up to you're at that perfect point where your skin is at its optimum health and vitality and looks its best. And of course, as I mentioned, it is the gold standard in anti-aging. Now, of course, all the information on Dermatica obviously is in the description bar, but trust me, if you do nothing more, get a prescription product. So another trend that's happening, which for me is bizarre because I'm relatively lazy, is full body routines. And this is where you are having a bath or a shower, and then you're doing a full body routine. Serums, moisturizers, there's even masks for the body. And I get that we want our skin to be smooth and look beautiful. I don't think it's something that, I know it's not something that I would ever get into, but there is tons and tons of products on the market now. It used to be kind of just the moisturizers and things like that, but the serums, the sprays, the mists, the oils, it's a lot of work. And I know that some people love it. And actually, if you are one of those people, leave it in the comment section. Maybe it's just a man thing where I'm just kind of like, you know, not that fussed. However, I do like certain body products very, very much. And I did a whole video on body products that you can actually use on the face. A few of them, some of them are so good that, and these aren't necessarily all the ones, there's tons and tons of products. Aurelia Firm and Replenish, which is the body serum. This is so good, not only on the body, but works amazing on the face. The, Dr. Sam Flawless Body Therapy. This is actually a treatment, works amazingly well on body. You can also use it on the face. If you want really soft skin and just want to smell heavenly, Sol, Coco Cabana, this stuff smells heavenly, just head to toe. You can smell gorgeous. But regardless, that the trend of layering lots and lots and lots and lots of products, it's not for me, it really isn't. Masking is going to be even huger than it always has been. And we see this kind of influx of masks like, oh, it's really good to use the face, and then they kind of just go away. And I've been on the fence with face masks for such a long time. I really have. I've never been a massive fan of them because I don't believe it's what you do once a week that counts, it's what you do daily. But whenever I do a mask, my skin always feels so good after it. And then I think, I really need to do this more. And then I forget. And I've been making it a point on my diary, so I get a little reminder that comes up on my computer to actually be consistent with face masks because the results are always so good. Now, one of my favorite brands when it comes to masking, and they are on the pricey side. There is no point pretending, but they are so good. 111 Skin, and they do some of the best masks out there, and they've got them for the eyes, which really, really helps. They have them for the lower face, they have them for full face, and everything in between. And yes, they are on the pricey side, but yes, they produce some of the best results in terms of suppleness to the skin. You know, when your skin just feels so ridiculously soft that you just want to, you just can't believe how good it can feel. That's what these do for me. They are expensive, but they are worth it. And I consider them to be an investment just because they just feel so bloody good. Zit Stickers. Now, I am actually skincare really is about what you do daily. But no matter what we do, we will sometimes get breakouts. We really will. Now, there are those kind of breakouts, like the really minor ones, and then there are the deep-rooted ones. Now, I've got two areas on my face where I get what I call a deep-rooted spot, here and here. I don't know why, that's the one area, and these are the ones that when you touch them, they're sore, and then they pretty much swell, but they never come to anything that you could ever get rid of. And then they just go away again. And Zit Sticker, for me, firstly, I put it on at night and go to bed. It makes a massive difference. They come in these little boxes. You can, oh, that's very bright. They come in these little boxes and they work incredibly well. And you literally just pop them onto the area that is problematic. And Zit Sticker also they have a ton of products now. So cleansers, there's a fizz fountain, which is a AHA and BHA exfoliant, which clears the pores, obviously. And I'm sorry it's so bright, I'm filming in daylight. And this thing is a beauty. The cream cleanser is absolutely wonderful. But the star, of course, is those kind of Zit Stickers. Let me show you. So they come in these, oh, this light. They come in these tiny little packages. You open them up and you have this tiny, tiny, gorgeous little sticker that you press onto your problem area. And to say they make a difference would be an understatement. They have these tiny, tiny little micro points to them that push into the skin to deliver the ingredients. It is a very, very effective product. Well, I have found it incredibly effective. I woke up a couple of days ago with one of these barnacles waiting to explode on my face, and I pushed this little sticker on, and today when I touch it, it's just a tiny bit raised. And trust me, those are the kind that will just swell and swell for a week and just look glorious. So I'm a big, big fan. They also do sunscreen as well. And we all know the importance of sunscreen. There's tons of products now in that line and they're all wonderful. Sunscreen, we know we should put it on our face. We also should put it on our body. I get this one from Amazon, Ultrist, SPF 30. You get, was it like a liter? It is a liter of product in here. It's a very cheap, affordable sunscreen. The only issue I ever have with it is that it's not that kind on clothes. If you're bringing it down, it can be a problem. But if you're looking for an inexpensive sunscreen for the face, it's a liter. And it's like, I think it was like £20 for 1 liter, which is incredible. So speaking of that kind of micro needle technology, there is these products out there, and I'm seeing this in a load of things recently in terms of the technology. So this is by Vice Versa, and they have pigment issue. They have patches for pigments, spots, and underneath the eye, so rejuvenation. And it's by Vice Versa, and it's micro needle technology. And these are so splendid. You know, like the kind of rollers that have the pins in, it's like that, but in a patch format. They don't hurt in the slightest. They really don't. And you pop them on any areas of your face that have issues. So if you're going to, say you've got issues with pigment and you just tear one open, and I like to use these at night, so I just sleep in them. So they come in these 4 different, you get 4 in here, and they're little tiny patches, and all you do is pop it on. I just got to break the seal. So all you do is peel one off, and you can't see this, right? So you certainly can't with the bloody light coming in, but they have, it feels prickly to the touch. It's not sharp, but prickly. And you find an area of the face where you have pigment. So I have it right here at the minute, and you would pop it onto the skin and press it on. And when you press it on, you can actually feel the kind of prickliness of the product, and then you go to sleep. At least that's how I would use it. Otherwise, you would leave it on for a few hours. Now, I have only just started using these, and I have been using the Under Eye Rejuvenators, the Eye Rejuvenator, which is this product here. And because my eyes for me have always been an issue, so I think I can't actually say too much about the results, so to speak, because I've only used 1 set so far. But when I woke up the next day, I peeled them off, and I had the residue from the kind of glue that sticks there, that holds it there. But this under eye area here was way softer than it normally is. And what I mean by softer is the kind of malabags that I have here were way less visible. I was ultra impressed. So I got 2 sets of these to give them a really good go. So fingers crossed, each time I use them, it's going to get slightly better and slightly better. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But that kind of technology is massive at the moment, and we're going to see a whole host more of things like this. I'm absolutely sure of it. And finally, and honestly, with regards to these next kind of products and the future iterations of them, they are getting better and better and better. And at some point, I think we're really going to see some amazing kind of advances in what we can achieve at home. Now, when it comes to at-home devices, I have always been a massive fan of LED light therapy because it is the one thing that truly does work. Now, I like the Current Body Mask. It's a silicone mask. It comes with straps. You pop it on, click the switch, and you get LED light therapy. This is a 10-minute mask. 10 minutes. I can sit there with it on. I can view the computer. I can do whatever. 10 minutes. Of all the things out there, LED is the one thing that has been proven to work. It softens the skin. It helps with blemishes, pigment, wrinkles, collagen. You just need to be consistent with it. Now, a lot of them say use it for a 12-week period and then you can go into a maintenance phase. I'm not interested in any maintenance phase. I use it every day, 10 minutes. That's it. There is no maintenance phase as far as I'm concerned. I'm using it and I'm going to keep using it because my skin looks way better when I use it. When I've stopped using it, I see a massive decline in the overall appearance and health of my skin, and I'm not interested. I can find 10 minutes to do this. There are loads on the market, but the current body one is my favorite, and it's by far one of the cheaper ones on the market that has the really strong wavelength that you would see in much higher end products. So it's really worth it. And this other product, and I have only just started to use this, literally just started. So I filmed a kind of intro to it. I'm now going to wait 12 full weeks before I talk about it. And this is by Luma, and it is this little device here, and you turn it on, and there is a single red dot in here which basically does all the work. The before and after pictures of this are quite extraordinary in terms of sagging skin, under eyes, the whole face rejuvenation. If you have a look on their website with regards to somebody's knees, it is extraordinary. I'm giving this a go. It's quite a commitment. It's quite a commitment. It's a good 15, 30 minutes a day of doing this. There's no doubt it's a laborious process, but I'm going to give it a go. Hence why I've just filmed the before, and we can see how we go with the after. So we'll stay tuned with this, but you will see lots and lots of products coming out over the next year or so for in-home devices that truly work. But trust me, LED works the best. Okay, so here's something which is literally a blast from the past. Those of you who are my age and older will remember these. Oh, the light in here. I'm just going to do zoom ins. Frownies. Now, frownies are these little tiny, and some people will know these instantly. They are these little patches that you apply to certain areas of your face and you go to sleep, and they prevent facial movement while you're asleep. So when you wake up in the morning, the areas where they're placed look infinitely smoother, and they actually do work. And I remember these from, oh my God, many a moon ago. And I really do. I saw these on a film once. I think it was Death Becomes Her, and I would have been relatively young at that point. And I remember thinking, what are those things? And they're frownies, and you literally just moisten the back of them with a bit of water, and they go on certain areas of the face, and they just prevent facial movement. And these ones here, I believe, are for the eyes and mouth corners. And there's also ones for the forehead and between the eyes, and they all look completely different. And they actually do create a smoother surface, particularly when you wake up in the morning. Your skin does look more rested than without, because what can happen is when we sleep is that we're kind of squashing our face, and we can, you know, make a lot of facial movements, should I say, as we kind of sleep. And these gorgeous little things just sit on the outside corner, or where you're where you've got movement, and they just adhere to the skin with a bit of water. And you literally, I can't even see where I'm putting that because I'm looking in the monitor. That's not right. So it would actually sit here, and you just press it onto the skin, and it forms a kind of tight seal. And with this seal, and it won't come off, and with this seal, I can show you one on the side of the eye as well. And again, like on the outside corner of the eye, and make sure that the skin is adhered to the skin, and it just prevents this kind of, so when you're kind of squinting and it stops that excess movement. And therefore, when you wake up and take them off, your skin looks smoother because you haven't been making all those kind of movements in your sleep. They've been around forever, and they're still bloody marvelous. And finally, we are seeing these kind of IV shots that are becoming more and more popular, and they really are. There's tons of them now, and these ones here I'm going to show you are some of the best. Now, these are from a company called Wo, I think it's Wo, W-O, and they are skin shots or IV shots of product, and you get a whole host of them, and there are various different kind of ones. You've got brightening, you've got anti-shine, there's anti-aging, anti-aging here, yes, pore refining. What's this gorgeous one here? Anti-redness. And they're completely recyclable. You just tear one off, you break the seal, recycle it, and there's enough product in here to put over your face. I actually think there's enough product in here for 2 uses, but it's entirely up to you. Depends, of course. Let me show you how much you actually get in here. There you go. So to me, that's quite a lot of product, but regardless, you can do your face, neck, and bring some of this onto the chest as well. It's a very interesting concept that they're all micro-dosed in these little kind of packets. And this one is so good, the Comfort Balm. Again, micro-dosed in these ickle packets. And you just tear one off. The fact that they're completely recyclable is, you know, it's a wonderful thing. I'm not going to lie to you. You have to open them. I'm not going to lie to you. I never ever find the opening, even though it's quite clear where the opening is. Now, I always struggle with it because that's in my nature. Why go for the easy one when you can go for the hard one? And you spread this all over. I love it. I love the concept of it. I love the simplicity and the minimalist approach to it because you get like 28 of these or whatever, right? And they literally fill up no room. You put them in your bathroom, they fill up no room. And you've got a whole month's supply of them. I love that. It makes me so incredibly happy. It really does. And I'm seeing tons and tons and tons of these now on the market that offer these kind of micro-dose IV kind of style products that you alternate with. You're going to use an anti-redness one that day or for that month, and then you're going to switch to a completely different formula. There's tons on the market, and I've tried several of them, but this was my favorite brand of them all, just because they offer both a minimalistic approach, but also this, I don't know how to say it, it's minimalist in terms of its packaging and sizing, but it encompasses a very large group. So you're dealing with redness and anti-aging and acne and all those things. And the fact that you can just do 1 month course, then move on to something else, I love that. I love that kind of theory. There you go, that's my predictions for skincare. Take it as you will. But I'm telling you, you're going to see more and more and more of this kind of product group selection as the year goes on, and certainly into next year as well. All the information is in the description bar. Obviously, everything you could ever want and more in the description bar. Definitely check out, obviously, the prescription side of things, because I have had the most experience with that. And, you know, as silly as it sounds, of all the things I've ever done to my skin, and I've tried a lot of things, it is the one thing that not only have I been consistent with through the years and used daily, it is the one thing that has actually proven results. And that is really all we're looking for with skincare, is results. And you just can't get them, that kind of result, from over-the-counter products. You just can't. So all the information on Dermatica and everything in this video is in the description bar. Thanks for watching. You're all lovely. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.